welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reacting to the round of 16 and predicting the quarterfinals of Leagues Cup 2024. Reacciones de los octavos de final y predicción de los cuartos de final de la Leagues Cup. It was a bad prediction run for the round of 16, let me tell you. Couldn't even hit 500. So many upsets, or so many opposite results than I expected. But I would say upsets because, let's be honest, some of these came out of nowhere. Some of them I should have expected. Some of them came out of nowhere. I'd say most of them came out of nowhere, but whatever. Round of 16, number 3, Seattle Sounders 4, Pumas 1-0. Seattle Sounders 4, Pumas 0. I was wrong about this one. 0-1 on my round of 16 predictions. 0-1, 0 for 1, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the way you want to write it out, there it is. Seattle stomped out Pumas. Pumas went into Seattle and looked lackadaisical, trash, didn't care, fraudulent. Seattle came in there and said, yeah, we may not be the same Seattle we were 2 years ago, but damn it, we still get the win at home. And they did. They did. They did everything they needed to do to win that game. They dropped Pumas to the ground. Pumas just didn't have the chutzpah, the gusto to win this game. They deserved to lose, and they lost. East round of 16, number 4, Columbus Crew 3, Inter Miami CF 2, Columbus Crew 3, Inter Miami 2. I was right about this one, but for a while, I didn't look like I'd be. Miami takes a 2-0 lead. Columbus comes back with 3 goals in the second half, and they play like Columbus for 45 minutes, maybe even less, and they still win the match. Columbus did not have a good first half, but they were willed to a win. Diego Rossi, Cucho, they found a way. Got the 3 goals, and they won at home. They didn't get embarrassed by the defending champions of this tournament. The defending MLS Cup champions beat the defending Leagues Cup champions. Columbus moves on. I was right about this one. 1-1 on my predictions. 1 for 2. East round of 16, number 1, FC Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia Union 4, FC Cincinnati 2, Philadelphia Union 4. I was wrong about this one. I thought Cincinnati would win. Turns out they are fraudulent. They just went down more fraudulently than I expected and earlier than I expected. Philly has the better blueprint. Philly has the Cincinnati blueprint because they did it first. They may suck this year, but they're playing the team who stole their blueprint and arguably does it better. But on the road, not at home, on the road, went into TQL Stadium and said, we're the original. We still have this. We still can get results. We have more playoff knockout experience. And they had to get a big, let's just say, rebound after that spanking by Pachuca in knockout play, even though they still won their round of 32 match as well. They needed a big win to soothe the fire of that butt kicking they took, and they got it. They beat Cincy. They beat their what's the word? Cosplay team. They beat the team who's trying to cosplay as them. Let's go with that. Yeah, that's the best word. My brain shut down for 3 seconds there. But I was wrong about this one. I thought Cincy would win. They let me down. 1 for 3 on my predictions. 1 and 2 on my round of 16 predictions. East round of 16, number 3, Tigres, UANL 1, NYCFC 2, Tigres 1, NYCFC 2. I was wrong about this one. Tigres, I expected better out of. I thought Paunovic was carrying them further, looking better, looking like a really good football team. That was a lie. NYCFC showed that they still have talent. On paper, their talent could have them win and go deep into tournaments and win trophies. Tigres, I thought they were better. I thought Paunovic was flipping the generation. The generation shift was happening. Gignac was turning back the years a little bit, and they found ways to win. Nope, NYCFC beat them, and they got it done. I was wrong about this one. 1 for 3, or 1 for 4 on my predictions. 1 and 3 on my round of 16 predictions halfway through. That's horrible. East round of 16, 2. Cruz Azul, 2. Mazatlan FC, 2. 1 to 3 on penalties. Cruz Azul, 2. Mazatlan FC, 2. 1-3 en penales. Mazatlan ganar. Mazatlan beats Cruz Azul. They had a 2-0 lead. Up a man. Cruz Azul comes back and scores 2 to get it to penalties. And they have a horrible penalty shootout. But they've had a good amount of penalty shootouts in this tournament. I think every game they played went to a shootout. Charlotte, Philly, Orlando, Mazatlan. And they won 2, lost 2. But their luck finally ran out against Mazatlan, who played a pretty good game. They busted their asses to try to get this win, and they did. But I was wrong about this one. There's an upset for you. Mazatlan are the Querétaro of 2024. I was wrong about this one. 1 for 5 on my predictions, 1 and 4. West round of 16, 2. Toluca FC, 1. Colorado Rapids, 2. Toluca, 1. Colorado Rapids, 2. I was wrong about this one. I had Toluca winning because I was sticking with my knockout predictions. And I thought, you know what, Toluca, they're pretty good right now. But Colorado, they've been playing really well under Armas. They deserve this win. They got a late goal from Yappy to get the second goal that puts them through. Easy as you like. Colorado, they beat Toluca, who struggled against Houston. That should have been the first sign, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick with it. I was wrong because of that. Could have been 500 if I was like, you know what, Colorado actually probably could win this. I didn't listen to my gut. I listened to my heart. That was bad. So, 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 for 6, 1 and 5 on my round of 16 predictions. It gets better though. West round of 16, number 4, LAFC 4, San Jose Earthquakes 1. I was right about this one. Who expected San Jose to even score a goal, let alone actually have a chance to win this game? LAFC does what we expect them to do. That's all I have to say. Right about that one. 2 and 6 on my round of 16 predictions. 2 for 7. West round of 16, number 1, Club America 4, St. Louis City SC 2, Club America 4, St. Louis 2. I was right about this one, but damn it, it hurts. Damn it, it hurts that I was right about it because I wanted St. Louis to get it done, and they had a chance. They had a 2-1 lead up until the 70th minute, and they blow it. 3 goals against in the final 20-something minutes. They shot themselves in the foot. They really did. They could have easily at least got this game to penalties, let alone won it if they just countered and went forward and didn't park the bus for 20 minutes after the second goal. But they did, and they got what they deserved. They got what they were looking for, was a slap to the face and a shot back to reality. Club America wins. I got that one right. I hate that I did, but I did. If I had such crappy predictions, I wanted the upset. I said that before. But I got it right. So that's 3 out of 8 on the round of 16 predictions. 3 and 6. Or 3 and 5. 3 and 5. My bad. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Not great at all. Let's move on to the quarterfinal predictions. We'll start with the West, then we'll do the East. West quarterfinal number 1. Club America versus the Colorado Rapids. Club America contra Colorado Rapids. I got Club America winning because you know what? I don't think Colorado can beat Club America. Club America, let's put it like this. Club America have slinked through every test so far. Atlas, they weren't great, but they won. St. Louis, they weren't great, but they won. Colorado might have the best chance to beat America out of these 3 teams with how good their defense is, even without Bombito, with how good their offense plays, and they're a better team than St. Louis. They could pose the same pitfalls that St. Louis did without the bottle job mentality, without the, oh, we're second bottom in the West after a really good inaugural season, we probably ain't winning this game. Colorado does have a good chance, but I just don't see it. I think America has the talent to slink through once again. Whether the refs help them to slink through or whether their talent just does it, they're going to slink through to the semifinal of the Western, of the tournament, and the final on the Western side. The Western final, semifinal of the tournament. They're just going to slink through. They are. They are. And you hate to see it, honestly. You'd like to see Colorado pull it off. I think they can, but I don't feel the vibes. I just don't feel the vibes. That's all. West quarterfinal number 2. Seattle Sounders versus LAFC. Seattle Sounders contra LAFC. LAFC wins because Seattle, they played the Galaxy, got lucky. They played Pumas, did dominate them. It was at CenturyLink Field, which the LAFC game will be, but Pumas does not have the players on paper, even if they're arguably better than 2 years ago than what LAFC has. LAFC has Olivier Giroux. They have Christian Oliveira, Denny Bouanga, Ilie Sanchez. They have Hugo Lloris. They have such a good team, such a well-oiled machine, and Kai Kamara on the bench, that I don't see Seattle beating LAFC. I think this is where it ends for Seattle. I don't think they'll be stomped out. I think they will play a good match. But I think in the end, this is where it ends. A 3-1 win, 3-2 win for LAFC. They get to the Western final, the semifinals of the tournament, whatever you want to call it. Because there's a Western Conference final that leads to the final, Eastern Conference final that leads to the final, but it's the semifinals of the tournament, but you get it. Philadelphia Union versus Mazatlan FC, Eastern quarterfinal 1. For me, it's Philadelphia Union. I know Mazatlan are the underdogs. I know they're the Cinderellas, but Philly has a lot of knockout experience on good side and the bad side of knockout play. Mazatlan, this is their best ever moment. Philly, I think, with their history, playing at home at Subaru Park, I just don't see them losing against Mazatlan. I think it's like Querétaro. They played Querétaro last year and ended them. I think the same happens here. I think they end another Cinderella story. I think in the quarterfinals as well, yeah. I think Philly gets it done. They move on to the semifinals for the second straight year. Luckily, even though they're not really that great, they find a way in there. Western quarterfinal number 2, NYCFC versus Columbus Crew. Columbus Crew hosting. So Columbus Crew versus NYCFC. Columbus Crew contra NYCFC. Hate to tell you, Columbus Crew wins. They're going to stomp them out. They're not going to go down like they did against Miami. Miami does have a better team on paper than NYCFC. Columbus are not going to have a bad half for the second game in a row. They're probably angry right now. They're playing at lower.com field. Hate to tell you, Columbus is going to stomp out NYCFC. They're not going to let what happened in the last game happen here. Columbus stomps them out, probably 4-1, 4-0, and easily to the semifinal, Eastern final. So that means our semifinals will be, if my predictions are correct, in the West for the Western Conference final. Semifinal 1, probably 2 because it'll be played second. But Club America versus LAFC in San Diego, or maybe Carson, depending. That would be kind of funny. But America versus LAFC, and I think that might be a war. That will definitely be a war. Eastern final, semifinal 1, because it probably gets played first, so the West is probably semifinal 2, but you get what I mean. Philadelphia Union, Columbus Crew versus the Philadelphia Union. Columbus Crew hosts Philly. LAFC contra Club America, Columbus Crew contra Philadelphia Union. That's what our semifinals look like. I think we know what the final will end up being. We'll find out. But with that being said, there you go. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Saturday. I have an off day Friday because every quarterfinals being played on Saturday. We'll be live for 3 out of the 4, and we'll review the last one. We're going triple. We're going to go triple. 5, 7, and 9. We'll be live for Columbus versus NYCFC. Seattle versus LAFC. Then Club America versus Colorado Rapids. So the only one we're not going to be live for is Philly versus Mazatlan, but I think that's the one people are going to care about the least. So 3 lives, 1 review. That'll be America Rapids. And there you go. Triple day on Saturday. Friday off. Triple day on Saturday. Sunday, we recap the quarterfinals, predict the semifinals. Monday, we got the Caribbean Cup predictions. Tuesday, we got Caribbean Cup. I think we may have 3 streams again on Monday or Tuesday. But we have a day off tomorrow. Deservedly so, because I have to make the streams, of course. But if we have like 2 triple days and like 4 days, yeah, I probably need an off day. But with that being said, I'll see you on Saturday. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.